You are welcome to another class on human nutrition, lesson note 24, titled Local Sources of Nutrients. Local sources of nutrients. And so in this discussion, as a follow-up from our last discussion, we want to see how you can source for nutrients at the local level. Now let's talk about local sources. We will see the benefits. And it's important that you understand it and you follow what we will be discussing in this class. Now, as part of the benefits, you have the economic benefits, freshness, environmental impact, and then we'll see one or two examples. Now, when you say economic benefit, it's simply letting us know that when we purchase from local farm supports, when we purchase from our local farms, it will help to support their local economy and reduce transportation costs. Because when you go to the local farmers within your community, as a school, as a hospital, they are very close to you. So you just go there, you tell them, I want so and so, and they provide it for you. It will boost the local economy because they are going to be paid, they will get paid. And for you, it will reduce the cost of transportation. We know of institutions who have meetings with the local farmers. A governor who wants to carry out the school feeding program, essentially to succeed, will go for the local farmers within the community, invite them to a very serious meeting, and we'll tell them we'll be needing eggs to feed the children, we'll be needing vegetable, we'll be needing corn, and we'll be needing millet, we'll also be needing meat, and so on. And we'll encourage them to go into detailed farming, large-scale farming, and is ready to support them. Now, indirectly, he's going to be providing good economic leverage for these farmers. It will help them to improve the level of their capacity by helping them with tractors, supporting them with fertilizers, and in the end, he's going to buy these goods from them at a discounted rate, which these farmers naturally wouldn't have had the opportunity. A ready-made purchase for crops that are yet to be grown. And it's a big advantage for them. And none of them will want to joke with it because it will help them a great deal. It will improve their business a great deal. And for the institutions that are around, they wouldn't need to travel a long distance to pick these goods. And so the government will receive the entire commodity crops from the farmers and will distribute to the schools within the same community. Freshness. The local source food tends to be fresher, retaining more nutrients compared to imported goods. And there's no doubt about that. Environmental impact. Shorter transportation distances reduce carbon footprints that are associated with food production and distribution. When there's a shorter transportation, that food, is highly preserved that way. Because over the long term, you see a food that, brought from UK to Nigeria or UK to any African country, the distance, the time it has spent, the processing and all that, it has impact on that particular food production. But when it is produced within and the distance is short, you find that more of the quality is preserved. And so you have good advantage concerning that particular food production and distribution. So you can't compare it. When it has to do with a long distance, you can't compare it with a short distance. A lot has been input to be able to survive the long distance. For example, local produce like fruits, vegetables, and grains can be sourced for school meals, making them fresher and more nutritious. Programs like Farm to Cafeteria aim to increase the availability of these local foods in institutional settings. And that's a program, you just heard about that, Farm to Cafeteria. Now these cafeterias will enjoy such fresh food with good level of, preservation without having to have stayed a long time on transit. So this is one of the advantage, and it's available, in institutional settings. Let's now look at the other aspect, which is the nutrition content. Now, in terms of nutrient content, we have the vitamins and minerals, seasonal foods. So let's look at the vitamins and minerals. The local grown foods, especially organic produce, may offer higher levels of antioxidants, higher levels of iron, magnesium, phosphorus, while being lower in harmful substances like pesticides and nitrates. This is a fact, and don't worry, I will be talking to you very soon on a special series under the same human nutrition, where we'll be dealing with vitamins and we'll be dealing with minerals on a large scale. So I think after this series, you'll be seeing it very soon. We also have the seasonal foods. Seasonal foods, where you be utilizing seasonal produce ensures that the food is grown in its most natural environment. In utilizing seasonal produce, it will ensure that the food is grown in its most natural environment, leading to better nutrient profiles. For instance, locally grown tomatoes in the summer months are rich in vitamin C, whereas root vegetables are nutrient dense during colder months. You see that? For instance, locally grown tomatoes in the summer, those times you have those crops, those tomatoes rich in vitamin C when they are grown in the summer. Whereas all the root vegetables are nutrient dense during cold months. Let's see the challenges in sourcing locally. Number one is availability. Number two is sustainability. Number one, availability. Number two, sustainability. In terms of availability, some nutrients may be scarce in certain regions due to climate conditions requiring broader sourcing strategies. And then in terms of sustainability, you have the problem of constant access to local resources. And this may require substantial planning to avoid seasonal gaps in the menu. So those are the challenges. In terms of sustainability, how often do you have them in the local sources, in the local community? And that's why you have to require substantial planning. How we can keep sourcing them in case it gets, depleted in the local, community. You will know how to go about it to fill in the gap. In conclusion, under this aspect of local sources of nutrients, we see that integrating local sources into food purchasing processes not only supports local economies, but also provides health benefits by ensuring the freshness and nutritional quality of food while minimizing environmental impact. So integrating the local sources into your purchasing process actually supports local economies. And also it will provide health benefits because there will be freshness and nutritional quality of food. So this is very important. And take notes while you read, because we've come to the end of lesson 24. Ensure that you take notes. Ensure that you understand. And if you have questions, Put down your questions on the Google Classroom comments, and I will take those questions. See you in the next class. Bye.